Hey everyone, so this is my review of The Gifted, Season 1, Episode 2, called RX. And essentially what this episode is about is that Caitlin and Eclipse work together to try and help Blink when she's sort of struggling to keep her powers in check after expelling her powers in the last episode. And this was a really, really great and really interesting and entertaining episode to watch. And it just did such a good job of having a nice story that builded off the last one and kept things still really, really entertaining. And everything with Reed in this episode was really, really interesting, with him being caught by the Sentinel security and sort of being constantly questioned and barraged by them with all sorts of different accusations and crimes that he possibly could have committed, because they can sort of morph people's ideas and stuff. And just all that was really interesting to see how he played with that and how he sort of kept his cool through everything. And then I really enjoyed the ending for him in this episode, with him sort of attempting to get the upper hand on the Sentinel security and stuff. But I don't think all of what he wants is going to work out, because at the end of the day, his kids are still mutants. And the Sentinel security, no matter what promises or stuff that they're going to make, they are going to take these kids and they are going to charge them with something. So he can do his best to protect his family, but I just don't think it's going to work out. And then the moments with Kate in this episode were nice, because I did enjoy her character a bit more, but I still find her character so annoying, because she's just always so freaked out and so stressed and stuff. It's just kind of take some deep breaths, woman, and calm down. But still, it just was interesting to see the kind of role that she played in this episode with her abilities as a nurse to try and help Blink, because Blink is just sort of constantly having seizures and stuff, which is causing problems, because when she has seizures, she creates portals, and they don't really want these portals opened and exposing their sort of hideout area. So that was interesting, the kind of role that she played. And I did really enjoy the moment between her and Eclipse where they're sort of talking about families and stuff, and her realizing that the idea that she's still there and she's still supporting her kids isn't something that's very common for a mutant child. So just her being exposed more and more to the world of being a mutant was just interesting with how she sort of took it, and that's probably the moments that I enjoyed her character more because just watching all that sort of realization sink into her head was just interesting to see. And then the moments with Lauren were nice, with her sort of being there to help protect the underground mutant organization by being there to sort of help close all of Blink's portals when they open and stuff. And just watching her grow and sort of find her place within this underground and sort of showing off that she's not just this useless random kid was just really interesting to see how all that played out. And then the moments with Polaris in this episode were also just really, really interesting to see as a bit of a side story, with her now fully being in prison for all the crimes and stuff that she's committed, and her sort of figuring out where she fits into the whole scheme and group of stuff, because she still has this very edgy sort of attitude, and realizing that that might not help protect her in prison. So that was just interesting to see how all that played out. And I really, really enjoyed this scene where she is in the shower and you watch all the dye fade away from her hair to reveal the much more classic Polaris hairstyle of the bright green hair. And that I loved, because I was okay originally with her hair that was in the first episode and the beginning of this episode, where it was mostly black, but it did have that bit of green detail in it. And that I was fine with, but when they did do that shower scene with the black fading away to reveal the full green, that made me so happy too. So it wasn't a big deal to me, but still it was just really cool that they did sort of have a moment there to show that. And then just overall, this was a really, really entertaining and really interesting episode. And I'm just so excited to see what's going to happen next in the story and where they're going to take it, and what's eventually going to happen with Reed and how he might sacrifice all these people who he doesn't know and who are just completely, mostly innocent mutants to be able to protect his family, and if he's going to do that and stuff. Just all of it, I'm so excited and so curious to see how all of it's going to turn out. So yeah, that's my review of The Gifted, Season 1, Episode 2, called RX. So yeah, bye!